Hello, Long and Foster. So Jason Gooden here, coming to you with an update on RealScout. I've had the pleasure of using RealScout now for a couple of months. I've got I don't know, maybe 500 clients in the RealScout database, and it's a really neat way to keep track of what it is our clients, our leads, are looking at. And so I've picked out a few of my favorite bullet points, my favorite things about RealScout, and I want to share those with you now. So this screen record, by the way, I'm using BombBomb, another great Long and Foster affiliation company. So if you don't know about BombBomb, you should go to the cafe and definitely look for that in the Institute. So pretty cool. But here we are on the RealScout dashboard. This is the agent view or the agent dashboard. And so this is where it keeps track of everything that our clients are doing or looking at. And so, every time our clients open an email or save a property or discard a property, maybe they don't like that one, all of that activity is tracked right here in this dashboard. And it makes it really easy for us to visually tell without having to go into Matrix and dig through and figure out what they like or what they don't like or how many times did they look at this house. This is a great easy way for us to do that. And so you can see that Debbie's obviously been pretty busy here looking at a few houses. Julie looked at a house just 2 hours ago. Looks like she maybe looked at a couple of houses a couple of hours ago. This is the third time she's looked at this house. And so she can make notes on those properties. She can ask me questions about those properties. And this list is completely customizable. So you can go up here to the filter and you can take off listing view and it will resort itself automatically. And so maybe I just want to see what people have favorited. And so these little green hearts here mean that the property was favorited or it was saved by somebody, by one of your prospects. So that's a really neat way to see what it is your clients are looking at. If your clients ask you questions, then that information comes right over here to you on the right side of the screen under the messages heading. And you can see that Julie asked me a couple of hours ago, are there any pictures of the inside of this house? Veronica asked last night, 18 hours ago, is this property still available? Can I see this one? Octavia asked me yesterday. And great side note story about Octavia, you guys. So 2 weeks ago, Octavia came in as a Realtor.com lead, and I reached out to her, never actually communicated with her. She didn't respond to my text or my email, left her voicemail. She never called back. So this was 2 weeks ago. This is not unusual with online leads. But yesterday, she stumbled across this property on my RealScout site and asked if we could go see it. And so I met her at the property last night at 7 o'clock, and she really liked it. So, and how that happened is through the integration of RealScout and Realtor.com. So Realtor.com leads will flow right into your RealScout system, and RealScout will take the information and create a listing alert based on the criteria that the person was looking at on Realtor.com. So that's incredibly powerful. I didn't have to touch it. I didn't even have to talk to her. I didn't have to do anything. And she was automatically getting a daily listing alert of relevant properties. And in fact, when I met her last night at 7:30, she said that I was sending her the best properties of all of the other sites that were sending her properties. And which was great because I didn't do it, you know. I'm sure we were probably all sending similar properties, but for whatever reason, she related to the properties she was seeing through the RealScout listing alert. It could have been the personalized heading at each of the listing alerts, or it could have been just that it's image centric and it's got the biggest and the best pictures available. Who knows what it was, but the bottom line result was I met her last night at 7 o'clock and showed her a home that she really liked, and it was all done behind the scenes. So sorry about that. Quick side note, that's not the first time that's happened either, by the way. So very, very cool. So as you can see over here in messages, this is where someone can reach out to you, ask you a question, more pictures, or set up a showing. You're going to get that information not only in your text, not only in your email, but right here on the dashboard of your RealScout system. And so you can, like this one, still available. So you hit the respond button. It opens up the client portion or the client portal, and then it shows you in detail all of the communication that you've had with this particular client. And so you can see I got back to Veronica right away last night, and I could message her again right here through the system. So very, very convenient. I think it's a great way to stay organized and stay in front of our clients who are the most active. You can see across the top here too, it says 23 clients active this week. You can see 16 homes were viewed today, and you can see 8 emails were opened today. So the system is automatically sending out listing alerts. You can see that it sent out 8 emails today that have been opened, and it tells me who opened them and when they opened them. This will tell me which properties were looked at and who looked at them. This will tell me the 23 clients that have been busy this week. So very, very cool. I mean, it's just a tremendous way to stay current with our database, with our sphere. All right, so I want to jump over here to Market 360. Market 360 is another super powerful tool. I cannot understate this or overstate this. So if you click on the My Listings through the affiliation of RealScout and Long Foster, in connection with the MLS, RealScout pulls in our listings as agents into our database, and then it compares our listings with all of the buyers in our database, but not only in our database, in the Long and Foster database. However, no other agent can go in and see your buyer that might match the property that you have listed. So all of that is protected. It's all confidential. It's hidden. It's behind the scenes. There's no way for me to do that. But if Sarah, who's an agent at the Oceanfront office, has a listing and my client is looking for a property like that, the system will tell me to reach out to Sarah, and it will tell Sarah to reach out to me. So that in itself is a reverse prospecting that is unseen. I mean, unheard of. It's amazing. So, and I've actually had that happen. I had an agent from the South Side reach out to me because my buyer in the RealScout system was looking for a property that matched the criteria of a property that he had put on the market. So he reached out to me, said, "Hey, RealScout says that you have a buyer. This is, you might want to check your database." And so, sure enough, there's my buyer looking for a property very similar. So I mean, that's super powerful. Sorry, it's exciting. And then it also pulls in the office listings. So I'm here in the Suffolk office, and if I click on office listings, it pulls up all of the listings in my office. And you see the blue button that says match my buyers. So I can go down here and say, this is Kelly's new listing, and I'll click on this and say, do I have any buyers in my database that are looking for a property that meets this criteria? And yes, I have a Melissa Barnhill who is looking for a property that meets the description of this West Bugle Drive property listed by Kelly. So fantastic. If I wanted to send that to her, I would just click on here and I could send that property over to Melissa. So they make it really, really easy and convenient. I think this could be a game changer for all of us, and it's a tremendous perk and benefit of being associated with Long and Foster. So thank those guys for pulling this together for us. Also, I wanted to tell you about some of the extras. So one of the cool extras, I think, is the social media add-on. So RealScout has created this auto search system that will allow us to go in here, put in a zip code or even a neighborhood. Let's say you wanted to just do a neighborhood selection and you wanted to do a Facebook post of all of the open houses in this particular neighborhood. You just go in, you put in your neighborhood 23602. If you wanted a neighborhood name, you could do that. Put in your price range, select whether or not you want open houses or not open houses, and then you share that link on Facebook, or you can copy and paste the link into any other social media platform. So I did that a little while ago. So I'm going to jump over here, hopefully to my Facebook page. So I did that. I did Suffolk's Premier Home Search. And so I just did a generic search of my marketplace here in Suffolk. And I posted that. And so when you click on that, what it takes you to is the automatically sorted search. So what a great way to get your brand and your message out on social media in a way that is it's attractive, it's easy to use. You bring somebody right over to the results page on the search. So this is a great, easy way to get people into your system and into your RealScout database, looking at properties online. So I just think that's a tremendously easy way to get your message out. Let's see, we were at extras. Integrations is another. So I was telling you about Realtor.com, right? So it's not only Realtor.com, they're affiliated, or they can integrate with Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, and many other online lead vendors or CRMs. And so you just connect the two, and then RealScout will take that home search criteria that they got from Zillow or Realtor.com or Trulia. They'll automatically create a listing alert around that criteria and start sending it to your lead, your prospect. So just a tremendous value. That in of itself is worth money. Because on more than one occasion, I've had people reach out to me whom I have never communicated with prior to them getting a listing alert and asking me a question about it. Super, super powerful. And then the landing page too. I think, so there's a landing page that RealScout gives us. And of course, we all have amazing Long Foster branded agent websites, but RealScout gives us something different, and that is a one-page customizable landing page. And it's a really quick, clean, easy way to get people into your search portal, into your site. And so over here, if you click on your link, and again, it's completely customizable. This is my RealScout landing page. And you can see I've customized it a little bit. I added the images in the background. It automatically pulls in those listings that are important to me. And then I dropped in a video that I made a couple of years ago. It talks about me a little bit and the service I provide. I've added a couple of call to actions here for buyers and sellers, and then it's got my social media links on the bottom. So there's not a lot of distraction here like there would be maybe on a Realtor.com, a Trulia, or a Zillow. And so this is a quick and easy way to get people into your search portal. Maybe you simply share this on social media and invite people to set up and create their own search. They can search by neighborhood, they can search by school zone, they can search by zip code. Just a really clean, professional way to get people into your portal. And that is this landing page, which is provided to us at no additional charge, thanks to Long & Foster and RealScout. So you definitely want to check that out. Something else that's really cool is in terms of integrations. So RealScout, no matter if you're an agent with one MLS or three MLSs, RealScout can combine all three of your MLSs. And so you can create a search, which is cross MLS, so that you don't have to go into three distinct MLSs and create three distinct searches for your client who's interested in maybe this city or this city, right? And so RealScout can combine the two, do a cross MLS search, and now you've got one listing alert, which is connected to three different MLSs. I don't know of anything else that does that. That's really, really powerful. I think that's fantastic, and it's going to be a real add-on, a real benefit to a lot of you who have multiple MLS affiliations. So that's another thing that's really cool. I wanted to show you too from a client's perspective. And so I'm going to jump over here to my incognito window so that RealScout doesn't know who I am. and show you from a client's perspective what it looks like to use RealScout. And so I did just a really simple search. It's 550,000 to 600,000 in the zip code that I work, which is this 23435 Suffolk. Here I'm on the My Homes tab. I can go to the map search, or I can go to the My Profile page. If I wanted to do any customizing or changing of this map, it's easy enough to do. If I want to save some of these homes, I can do that. I can look at them in detail. Just all kinds of options here. If I wanted to put in an address, I can type that in right here. So let's go over to My Homes. So I get off of the map page, I click over to My Homes, and then I can get a closer look at each of the properties. And let's say I'm going to save this one. I really like that one. I like this one too, and not a big fan of that one. It looks more like a condo or an apartment. I think I'm going to go, this is a good one right here. Okay. And so let's see, I've got, yeah, not a big fan of this one, and not really a big fan of this one. So okay, so I think this one's pretty good. Um, Okay, and so now that I've got a few selected, and you can click into any one of these and see what it looks like. And so they're very photocentric, right? From a consumer standpoint, this is a very clean presentation of the property and the features and the benefits that it has to offer. And one of the cool things too is, like, if I go in here and put in my address, it'll tell me how far away this house is from where I work, or from the gym, or from my kids' school. So that's really cool and easy to use. Okay, and so I'm gonna back out of here. What I want to do is show you guys how we can compare the properties. So let me save a couple of these. And so let's say hypothetically that we can, let's see, we're going to grab a few of these properties. We just hit the compare button, and we come up here and we click on compare. This is something else I'm not familiar with. Any other property or website that can do this. So bear with me 1 second. It looks like I pulled the same property in twice. So let's see. I want to go down here. I'm going to grab this one. Definitely like this one and this one. All right. So these are my top 3. And what it does is, somehow RealScout, their software is able to tell what pictures we're looking at. And this is another bad example because we have so many non-picture taken listings in the MLS. But let me see if I can find a good one here real quick. I probably should have done this before I started, and I apologize. Let's see. We have a lot of new construction, it looks like. So let's see if we can do it this way. Okay. So, all right, guys. It looks like now we've got something to look at. And so this is really, really cool way for your clients to compare properties. And so they've narrowed it down. These are the top 3. These are the favorite ones. You can scroll through the pictures here, all of the pictures, or the RealScout software tells you which pictures are which. So these are the kitchen pictures. And so you can scroll through just the kitchen pictures. I mean, does anybody else do that? Nope. So very cool. Let's see. I want to just scroll through. I'm going to compare this bathroom, with maybe this bathroom. And what about this bathroom? Oh yeah. So they all 3 had double vanities. So that's not going to be a deciding factor for me. Maybe the master bedroom is going to be the deciding factor, or maybe the exterior view, or maybe the map, right? Maybe the distance from work is going to be a pretty big determining factor. So this is a great way. I mean, I've never seen anybody else that could offer something like this. So I just think from a client's view, it's so easy. It's going to be so cool to be able to explain to our buyers how they can use a software that they can't find anywhere else as an advantage and an incentive to work for us or work with us. All right, guys, I think that was that about wraps it up. Those are just a few of the highlights, some of the things that I really, really like. So it's been 20 minutes. I went over my time limit. I'm really sorry. Let me know if I can help. All right, bye.